Now, Undiscovered Campus, a company that represents and promotes South African art in Europe, had 6 of the best emerging and established South African visual artists showcasing their works at the 26th Juliet Cullinan Standard Bank Wine Festival this week at Summer Place in Johannesburg. Now, guests had the pleasure of admiring the best of South Africa's visual art whilst tasting the best wines on offer. I'm here with the founding director of the festival. Nomaza, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for
We've been having such a lovely chat off air about art, and I mean, so this is still a baby.
It's
still your baby,
yes.
But kudos to you for starting up something like this, which is only in its 2nd year. So tell us what happened this week, because as I understand, your works were on display from 12th to the 14th.
Yes.
So it's already come to an end. So tell us what happened.
Well, I met Juliet Cullinan in Monaco about a month ago, and she invited me to come to her festival, which is sponsored by Standard Bank. And I thought of it as being an excellent idea because she handpicked the best of South African wine. And this is exactly what I do also in Europe. I handpick the best of South African artists to exhibit them in Europe. And since, as you well said, my baby is still too young, I thought this was going to be a beautiful opportunity for me to come and exhibit and show the artists and then also show the investors exactly what it is that I'm doing in Europe.
Okay.
So Judy... So, sorry?
Yeah, well, I just wanted to say now, I mean, I don't know if there is a difference even between, South African art versus, the kind of taste that Europeans have. So what have you discovered in the years that you've researched before putting together Undiscovered Canvas?
In all honesty, we don't see a lot of South African artists being exhibited in Europe. I've been in Europe now for the past 7 years, and there are not that many exhibitions that are taking place. And if there are, it's already extremely established South African artists who get the opportunity, which is extremely wonderful.
Yeah.
But however, what happens, because we have a lot of
so
much talent,
yes.
This is where I saw the gap. And I also realized that the Europeans were extremely interested in our history, in our culture. And I thought to myself, what a better way to teach them, to communicate, because at the same time, Undiscovered Canvas is to have a cultural exchange with the Europeans about what is happening in South Africa.
Right. Okay. And so tell us about, the artists that were on display this year and how people just received their work.
Well, the clientele for Juliet Cullinan Standard Bank Wine Festival has been here for the past 25 years. This was the 26th year. Yeah. It's a very prestigious event, so I knew already I was going to bring about to a clientele that was particular, a clientele that did love art. Yeah. So I wanted artists also in the same standing. But however, I also do discover artists, so I also wanted to have emerging artists. Right. So I had 6 painters and 1 ceramic. Now, the 6 painters, we had whom is extremely well known internationally and here in South Africa. Right. He paints with recyclable plastic.
Fantastic.
I had Edward Selematelo, also very much so well internationally. In fact, his first exhibition was in Bordeaux. Wow. In 1997.
Very first. Wow.
He's
that's
very
amazing.
first. No, first international.
Oh, first international one. Okay.
Yes.
And so the young ones, the ones who are up and coming, let's just talk about them briefly and just the kind of things that were on display in their art.
I had a young lady, Maruping.
Yes.
Maruping I discovered about 5 months ago. And I just knew I had to do something about her. Now, Maruping uses a recyclable newspaper to make her masterpieces. And I didn't know where to put her. Yeah. And when I got this opportunity, I knew this is the girl that I want to bring into the table.
Fantastic.
She has a painting that I exhibited, which is called I See Humans, but Not Humanity. Right. Stunning painting. And when I saw that, I asked her, what inspired you? And she told me it was the xenophobia attacks that happened in South Africa. Yeah. And for me, for a 20-year-old to have so much depth, I know something is coming out.
Yeah, something great.
Exactly.
That's fantastic, that you